there.
That Longhorn restaurant?
Used to be something else, if I remember. I think it used to be a Bickford's Pancake House. And you go down to the intersection down there and make a right a little bit, and the D'Angelo's is down that way.
Which way is Pease Air Force Base?
Left.
It's like please, but without the L.
Yep. Okay. And this is what Mom wants you to film because, see the sign Pease? Okay.
Got it.
This used to be the old Air Force Base that we lived in.
So much has changed.
A lot has changed.
Quite radically.
So film all that because all of those buildings didn't used to be there.
It was still all trees and stuff?
Huh?
It was still all trees and stuff?
Well, where these buildings used to be, it was a bunch of old command buildings. And they were really old, rotten buildings. See, this building over here is new. They used to be old dormitories over here.
Plane crash that killed 44 people, including a professional ice hockey team.
Okay.
Government says the Yak-42 aircraft went down in central Russia because one of the pilots accidentally activated the brakes during takeoff. Huge relief. That's what the pilot of the plane that crash landed in Poland yesterday says he felt when he found out.
This is all new stuff. There used to be a BX in there.
Is being hailed as a hero.
This turn right here, Dennis, over here, is where we used to go into base housing. This is the old NCO club. Now it's called Patty's Grill. Okay, get that. That's the old NCO club.
And we're good.
Okay. This is base housing. Left. That building was always there. It's still there. That one.
It's good to know it hasn't come down.
What are we? This is a four-way stop.
Enthusiastic praise that's in this country and around the world from readers, including former President Bill Clinton. He has written over 30
So we're going into old base housing where we used to live.
He joins us today to discuss his latest book, The Last Days
This used to be Rockingham Drive. It still might be.
This story is so different from others you've written.
Lest they change it.
91-year-old
Okay.
Gray, very different from Easy Rollins.
There's that's one of the old housing areas. That's all new.
The Red Hook Brewery.
Right. Film over this side, because this is where housing used to be that we used to live in.
Can't believe it's all gone.
Okay, this college, Franklin Pierce University, is new. Fairly new. It's been there about 10 years. Now, see, our house used to be up in here someplace, but I don't remember where exactly.
And now it's just an empty field.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
But you know, my mother suffered from dementia for quite a while. But the last 2 years of her life was really bad, and I realized at that time that the worst people.
That corporate center?
When you have somebody, I don't think somebody like that are professionals. Because professionals.
Is that new or has it always been there?
Now, this film, you need to save it, okay, to show Mom.
I plan to.
Okay.
And this is like my mother. You know, people say, "We just put it on my mom." I said, "Oh, no, that's my mother." I said, "Well, you know, but she has dementia." I said, "But she's still my mother. She's still okay now. This is me." You know, and so in order to do what my mother did, I had to learn the language.
What was once Pease Air Force Base?
There's all these new buildings over here now. Okay, get over here. These are all new.
So these were never here when we were living
Oh
here.
my God, no. This is all corporate business park and all that now, and
so I decided I would write it.
John Hancock.
About Talmy.
That's insurance.
Well, I'm related to it.
And Luftware?
Because my mother had Alzheimer's.
Is that some sort of computer company?
I think so.
Because I'm sure you probably heard from other people because it's not necessarily something you think you're.
This is still.
Lo and behold, what you've written
This
here is a wonderful
it's called
story
Corporate Drive
about
now, but it used to be Rockingham Drive. There's another new building.
It's really
both sides.
about so much more.
Mm-hmm.
It's an adventure.
I'm getting it.
The question. Well,
This road used to be the main drag through base housing.
In diminishing returns, or 3 months with absolute lucidity, but then you die. So the question is like it's an exhilarating question because most people would say yes, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Nothing ever stays the same.
Living dead for 10 years.
That's new over there.
But he only has 3 months in order to do what he needs to do before the end. And I know a lot of people don't expect that, but it's an adventure.
CA Prime.
That's new.
Was there anything
Okay, that
before
big
this?
building there is the hospital that you were born in and Patrick was born in.
Ooh, I gotta get this.
I think, yeah. It's been remodeled a bit on the outside, but that's the old hospital.
The very hospital Patrick and I were born in.
Yeah.
Before we delve further into
Wow.
the story, I gotta ask you, where does the name Ptolemy Usher Gray come from? Are you much is made of the
Mom
name
is gonna
of
love this trip down memory lane.
I want you to explain.
Well, Usher, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the hospital.
But Ptolemy, there are a lot of things going on in the book. So because of dementia,
let's see.
experiences in the past.
What
there's a
else?
lot. And people who have Alzheimer's
If I remember
dementia
right.
and other diseases of the mind spend a lot of time in the past, not actually
Is
knowing
that new?
the past is gone.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
I think the old command post used to be in here.
Ptolemy is a Greek name, but Ptolemy was also.
That's
What is it
new.
now?
Over here, that's new.
A lot of people, kind of take
Got it.
the name as an African.
Okay.
It's not really an African name.
Um,
It's the name of a ruler of an African country.
If I remember right,
I think somebody was trying to name him.
Over here on the left
name and end up with a good Greek name.
is where the BX and commissary used to be. Yeah. The BX and the commissary used to be down here. Okay.
Let me zoom in.
That's the old BX. That's the old commissary.
Getting it.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
Good. Keep filming.
Let me just
Okay,
zoom out.
those buildings, those are still there. These are old Air Force buildings. This is a new building. Can't remember what used to be in here.
What some of this sort of confusion is going on mentally is really quite something. What process did you use to do that?
Well, really, I think it's what I said. I was listening to my mother talk. At first, it was
That's the
okay,
old transportation building there.
Got it.
You can't really say somebody to stay with you.
There used to be an old building here that's been replaced.
But why don't we get someone to come in just a few days?
New Market International.
Spend the day with you and we'll check it out. And then after a few months we'll make a decision. She said, okay, I'll try
No, I
that.
wanna go
So
straight.
the woman came.
Okay.
She stayed one day.
And then,
I don't like her. She has to.
These buildings here are old Air Force buildings. That's an old Air Force building, and that's an old Air Force building.
Let's try one more time. I figured.
This is all new here.
She said after she said something 3 times.
That used to be the library.
All the people who, something and I said, listen.
And what is it now?
I don't know.
So the people, they were professionals, but they were kind of unprofessional. They gave the woman my
Rockingham.
her call.
That building over there. What is that?
I don't know, Daniel. This is Air National Guard over here, New Hampshire Air National Guard.
That's right.
Got it.
And she said, can I ask you why? I said, well, because my mother doesn't.
And you say this used to be Rockingham.
something like that. These were the command buildings. Well, they've all been replaced, but this used to be the command buildings in here. Wow.
Nothing is as it used to be.
Okay, keep filming up this, when we go up this road here.
Just place the camera on the dash.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, this is coming out Pease Air Force Base.
And D'Angelo's ought to be this way, right?
Yeah, it's up here. There's an intersection up here a little bit further. And it would be up here.
Alright.
But Mom's gonna want to see this.
I'm still rolling.
Okay.
She will get to see it all.
And Alan Hunter. The 90s on...
If you made the left turn, you went up to Dover, New Hampshire, where Mom and I lived when we first got married. This hotel right here, we stayed at the one time that, I can't remember, you were sick or something or other, or...
Oh!
Not the Motel 6, but there's another one, the Hampton Inn or something right nearby. The Hampton Inn we stayed at, remember? And you guys played video games that night, and the old McDonald's still there. The mall is still over there. The Toys R Us is still there. That's been there forever.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that's been there forever. Okay, these two gas stations have always been here. D'Angelo's is still there, which is where we're headed. Okay. So we're gonna go straight. We're gonna go straight, and then we're gonna go to the D'Angelo's.
Let me zoom in on that.
Yep. This road here, that way went to the mall, the Fox Run Mall. That way goes back to I-95. Wow.
Fox Run Mall. That is stirring up some memories.
I don't know. I don't know if you remember it or not.
No. Probably not, but the name. Something just clicked.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just kind of narrating, and Dennis is filming it for Mom.
No, I was asking Dennis, what was he talking about? What clicked?
In his brain.
You remember Fox Run Mall?
No, he wasn't born here.
Oh.
You and Pat were born in New Hampshire.
Oops. Scratch that.
Okay, there's a Dollar Tree in here. There used to be a video store right in here.
Oh. Like a Blockbuster or something like that?
Something like that.
So this used to be a video rental store. So much has changed.
Yes, a lot has changed.
Was that pizzeria always there?
Where?
Joe's New York Pizza.
No.
And that tuxedo place?
I have no idea.
Stop the recording. Let's
Shall
go.
I wrap up?
Yeah.